down and had lunch, there was no indication that Mr. Sanderson knew who you were. Is that fair?
I don't know.
I think, well, you testified there was no indication of that. You were wearing goggles, a helmet.
Yes.
Okay, kind of looked like everybody else on the slope.
That's always my intention.
Okay. Probably had a better ski outfit, though, I bet.
I still have the same one.
I love you too, darling. And thank you for tonight as well, and today. I really enjoyed myself. I love you so much too.
Okay. Do you recall testifying in your deposition that no one on the hill would be able to recognize me?
That would be the idea. Okay. But sometimes paparazzi has a way of figuring it out, is my point.
Okay. So your testimony to the jury here today is Mr. Sanderson skied into you.
That is correct.
All right. Craig Ramone, you said he's not telling the truth, or you don't believe him.
I'm telling you that what he said is not what happened.
Okay. So in other words, if somebody says something that's not what happened, they're lying.
He is not telling the truth.
All right.
I don't know if he knows he's lying, but I'm telling you what he said is unfortunately not the truth.
All right. Well, in addition to Mr. Ramone, you've sat here when some of the experts have testified. We had Dr. Gibby, and we heard Dr. Bame. I always want to say Baum or Bohm. Bame. You've heard their testimony that the only way that Mr. Sanderson's ribs could have been broken where they were is that if he was hit from behind. You disagree with that?
I think it misstates their testimony.
I guess I'm not sure what the objection is, but it's overruled. The jury will have to remember what the testimony was.
That means you get to answer. You disagree with their testimony?
Absolutely, I disagree.
Okay. What medical training do you have to disagree with that?
I'm just telling you the truth of what actually happened.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
All right. And you don't have any other witnesses who sought to support your position, correct?
Well, I have a lot of witnesses who saw the split seconds afterwards and the positions of the bodies on the mountain, which would indicate very clearly who hit who.
Okay. Do you have any witnesses who saw it?
Who saw the
collision?
No.
All right. And you're not trained in accident reconstruction?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Neither am I. All right. So, Ms. Paltrow, isn't it true that this was an accident that you caused?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Would you agree that you are accident prone?
So, Your Honor, can we have a bench meeting on this?
Why don't we take a recess now? Mr. Owens?
Yes, you have a motion or something? Why are we dealing with things that have been addressed specifically on pretrial motions? And I have to object. Number 14. Previous unrelated injuries.
The court's ruling on that was that it
appears the plaintiff does not intend to inquire into the areas covered by that motion. I think it was represented to the court and the motion was therefore granted. The ruling would be revisited if the defendant opens the door to these areas of evidence at trial. What's the relevance? Let's say she's clumsy. There's been no testimony that clumsiness in any way contributed to the accident.
Your Honor, we also mentioned during that court hearing that questions were asked repeatedly in Ms. Paltrow's deposition if she was accident prone, to which she said, no, I am not, which she has admitted a number of times that she is. So this is all impeachment evidence, and that's when the court said, okay, that's impeachment. Please provide that information to counsel, which I did. He has all of the articles, etc., and the video where Ms. Paltrow went on Jimmy Kimmel saying, yes, I am accident prone, I am always running into things, which is I'm a moron, which is very relevant to this case. How?
Yeah.
Because we believe that that's exactly what she did, is she ran into things like she always does. She was asked if she ever said that. She said no, and we have impeachment evidence that she has.
But you've got your excellent reconstructionist did not testify that her clumsiness somehow had played a part in the cause of the accident.
It's not just clumsiness, it says she's running into things and that she's accident prone. Absolutely, that's the heart of this. And the point is, she was asked a number of times in her deposition, were you...
That part I think I see as collateral impeachment, so I don't see that as, I don't see that as your avenue to get the evidence in. The closest, I guess, is your theory of the case, but you've got no expert and no one that testified that clumsiness somehow played a part in the accident. So it would just be argument based on kind of fringe impeachment.
It's not clumsiness, it's being accident prone and always running into things, which is what we contend she did in this case.
All right, let me hear from Mr. Owens.